What's the difference between a mortgage broker and a mortgage banker? Well, there are several, but today I just want to focus on 5 of them. If somebody's getting ready to purchase a home, chances are about 100% that they already have a checking account with a bank or credit union, which begs the question, why not just go to my bank or credit union where I already have a relationship and get my home loan there? And that brings us to the first point, relationship. Do you really have a relationship with that bank or credit union, or do you just have an ATM and a checkbook? Purchasing a home is the biggest investment that most people ever make in their entire lives, and consequently requires a lot of advisement from friends, family, financial advisors, and preferably mortgage advisors. Whereas banks drive their business from name recognition, convenient locations, and multiple ATM machines all over the place, mortgage brokers drive their business from the reputation they've built within the industry, with their clientele and the realtors they serve who rely on them to make sure the transaction goes smoothly. A good mortgage broker understands that this is not a one-time transactional event, but rather something that must be managed over the entire life of the loan, and therefore will strive to build trust, relationship, and understand yours and your family's needs, which can last years, if not generations. This is quite a bit different than going into a bank and having a 2-inch thick layer of bulletproof glass between you and the teller. The second is specialization. Mortgage brokers aren't concerned about your car loans, your credit card loans, business or bank loans. They are laser focused on home loans, lender guidelines, and the myriad of loan products that best serve their clients' needs. So whereas a banker is the jack of all trades as it relates to banking, a mortgage broker is the master of one, namely home loans. So there's a higher degree of specialization. The third point is access. And this ties into the first point about relationship. And let's get this real clear. Mortgage brokers don't work banker's hours from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Think of a mortgage broker as an on-call ER doctor. Now, we're not saving lives, but we are saving deals. It's just the nature of home shopping that most open houses happen on the weekends. And usually people don't get around to discussing the terms of the offer till later in the evening after hours. In the highly competitive current housing environment where homes are receiving multiple offers, you need to have access to your mortgage broker or one of their team members after hours so they can run those numbers for you in order to give yourself the highest chance of getting your offer submitted in a timely manner and accepted. The fourth point is product diversity. When you go to Bank ABC, they offer you their menu of products. But if you don't need ABC and instead need XYZ, then you're back to square one, filling out a new application, having another company run your credit report, and trying to find a loan that works for you. Whereas mortgage brokers have a huge selection of wholesale lenders from which to choose and properly place your loan. So it's a one-stop shop. Now the fifth difference is rate and price. I've already talked about the difference between mortgage brokers and household name banks, but there's also such thing as a mortgage banker, not to be confused with a mortgage broker. In its simplest terms, the difference is that a mortgage banker funds the loans with their own money, whereas a mortgage broker submits the loan to a third-party wholesale lender and lets them fund the loan. Now, there can be advantages to work with a mortgage banker in that there's greater autonomy over the loan process, but the downside is that mortgage bankers typically have greater costs in the form of more employees, office space, and administrative costs. And these costs typically get passed along to the consumer in the form of a higher interest rate and/or higher administrative fees. Having been in mortgage lending for 25 years and worked both in the banking and brokering platforms and constantly recruited by both, I've chosen the mortgage broker platform because I think it's best for the reasons I've mentioned. This video is sponsored by United Wholesale Mortgage, the largest wholesale lender in the country, offering everything from USDA, FHA, VA, conventional, jumbo, DSCR, bank statement loans, and much, much more. So if you have any questions on those type of loans or anything else, contact me and let's start this relationship today.